7:35 across southeastern North Carolina. Again, heading into the Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be hot out there today. It's going to be hot this weekend. Humidity is up and the sun is out. So you folks watch yourselves out there. Be safe traveling around our area, in and out of our area for this Memorial Day weekend. We're going to jump to New York live. Our good friend, former Congressman and CPA, Joe DioGuardi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Joe, I have been profoundly affected in the last couple of days. I have to tell you, I've already told my listeners regarding what has happened at the VA.
Oh,
and,
wow.
and it reflects to me the bigger problem that's not really being addressed, and that is, you're right, it's a tyrannical, oppressive, incompetent, immoral,
Right.
illegal government that we have. It's gotten so big, and the system is what it is, and I'm talking about all those people in Congress and in the executive branch and even in the Supreme Court and the judicial branch, that this thing is way out of control. It's way beyond out of control. You know,
It is. Let's go back to that thought about the veterans. Here we have Memorial Day coming up, and I was recalling as you were talking, you're a great American, let me tell you, because I've given so many speeches and, you know, having dealt with human rights and looking at all these countries in Europe. And in one of my readings, I found a speech from Pericles. Now, you're talking about, you know, over 2,000 years ago. And he was honoring soldiers at a funeral in, you know, ancient Greece. And I'm going to paraphrase him. And he said, you know, for any country not to have heroes, it's a real shame. But he says, it is a terrible, worse shame when a country has heroes and doesn't honor them. Mm-hmm. And that's what's going on today.
And that is. But, Joe,
Right.
Here we are standing in shame before these heroes as a nation and a people.
Right.
And we know what we have done to them, what's left to find out what we're doing to them. And,
Right.
Joe, right now, as we speak, there has been uncovered this morning, coming across the wire, that a program set up to help with post-traumatic brain injuries, which Jesse from the a 20-year veteran from the Concerned Vets for America has told us that the government, you know, has designated as something of top priority for vets, for care. We'll be shutting down in the next couple months all the assisted living facilities we set up for them because someone forgot to renew the program.
Wow. It shows you the quality of people that we are putting in charge of things in this federal government, and I am afraid that many of these people are friends of people who support members in Congress, support the president. I mean, you know,
I don't know, Joe, did you hear Steny
patronage is all over the place.
Did you hear Steny Hoyer? When H.R. 4030 was put 31 was put before the Congress the other day. It's called the Department of Veterans Affairs Management Accountability. Think about it. How ridiculously crazy has government become when you got to pass a law to hold people accountable to do their job? But Steny Hoyer took to the well of the House of Representatives of the United States of America in the midst of this terrible shame that we are facing, and he went to bat for the incompetent bureaucrats and didn't want this law passed.
And, you know, I am sure that when they first conceived of the idea of a Veterans Administration, it was to put veterans in front, to make sure they got the right health care and the right attention. And it's now devolved into just another bureaucracy.
Yep.
And, you know, some people are even calling what they've done in one of these VA hospitals, the one that's in the press all the time, they've created death panels by putting these people on a list, figuring, hey, listen, there's probably nothing we can do for them. Let them now, you know, wait. And waiting means they're going to pass away. I'll bet you this is what has happened, and we don't know it. I hope they have all kinds of investigations. If the oversight was bad, now they have to have the audits to see who did it, who knew about it, and they have to change the Veterans Administration. It's a huge bureaucracy. It's not serving the veterans the way it should. They should be entitled to the same health care as anybody else, and they should be put in front of the line. And I think it's time to reform that whole group, maybe even get rid of it.
But, Joe, between the president and Congress, and you know this, you've been there, done that, we have an immense power to immediately put the entire federal government on hold. Now, they'll tell you, Curtis, that's unrealistic. No, it isn't. It is realistic. You put the whole damn government on hold right now and solve this problem. You know, Joe, the President of the United States, with approval from Congress in 24 hours, could say that we are going to allow every veteran to go to any hospital in America to get this backlog cleaned up in the next 30 to 60 days, and that's the way it's going to be. Send us the bill.
Right, and that should be done immediately while you're thinking of reforming the system. Absolutely. That's common sense.
So why isn't it done is the question. Why? Why isn't it done?
You know, everybody now is worried about, who else I have to, serve because I'm being supported by that group. If I do it for this group, the money's got to come out of someplace under the pay-go rules that we have. If this costs, but you know what? There are some things that cannot be measured in money. Somebody risks their life. They come back injured. Some of them cannot make a living for their families. Those people have to be honored, as Pericles said. Don't wait till they die.
Yeah.
Honor them while they were alive. They served.